Hey, I'm Jamie East, and today's episode of the Smart 7's brought to you by your nectar prices at Sainsbury's. These days it's hard to find value for money on your weekly shop, right? Well, maybe you're doing it wrong. You need to unlock the magic of your nectar prices at Sainsbury's. Every Friday, you can unlock up to 10 personalised discounts on things you love in the Nectar app. And the best part is that while nectar prices are for everyone, your nectar prices are just for you. So check your Nectar app and unlock your nectar prices to save more now. Enjoy your own personalised discount on things you love with your nectar prices at Sainsbury's. That's good food for all of us. The offer's for 18 plus, Nectar app required. Unlock up to 10 your nectar prices weekly. Available in supermarkets, online and in locals with Smart Shop. T's and C's apply. On today's Smart 7, UN General Assembly opens in New York, Trump makes new claims on autism and much more. It's Tuesday the 23rd of September, it's Redhead Appreciation Day, and happy birthday, Anthony Mackie.
The Smart 7. It's news, but
Not the news. Monday saw the UN General Assembly open in New York at a time of global crisis. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres struck a somber note as he opened proceedings.
At this moment, the principles of the United Nations are under assault as never before. To meet these challenges, we must not only defend the United Nations, we must strengthen it to ensure that we can deliver for people everywhere.
The Assembly will run all week and will consider both the ongoing war in Gaza and Russia's war on Ukraine, with a series of world leaders due to make addresses, including Donald Trump and Ukrainian President Zelensky. Monday also saw an emergency meeting of the UN Security Council to discuss Russia's repeated incursions into European allies' airspace. Estonia called the meeting after Russian jets crossed their border on Friday, and there was a strong pushback too from Poland and warnings that any future incursion will see the Russian planes shot down. UK Foreign Secretary Yvette Cooper was equally determined.
Russia's recklessness is escalating. At best, these latest acts are dangerous and reckless. At worst, they are a deliberate attempt to undermine the territorial integrity of sovereign nations and European security.
France joined the UK, Australia, Canada and Portugal on Monday in recognising the state of Palestine. French President Macron spoke at the UN General Assembly, calling for a ceasefire in Gaza and the release of all the hostages, saying the world can no longer wait.
The time has come. True to the historic commitment of my country to the Middle East, to peace between the Israelis and the Palestinians. This is why I declare that today France recognises the state of Palestine.
He also proposed an international stabilisation mission in Gaza and suggested French troops would take part. In the meantime, Israel has intensified its bombardment of Gaza City, forcing 2 hospitals to close on Tuesday. Donald Trump has been clear that he disagrees with the decision to recognise Palestine and sees it as a reward for Hamas. International Affairs Advisor to Prime Minister Netanyahu, Caroline Glick told Sky News that she is disappointed at the UK's role in recognising a state that she says doesn't exist.
They used to actually have a policy that made some sense, which was that we would recognize a Palestinian state that abjured terrorism, that had a normal working government, that was agreed upon by the Israeli government. But they just said, you know what, to heck with all of those.
Monday saw day 2 of the Lib Dems conference in Bournemouth, where despite polling that shows people are tired of their eye-catching stunts, they handed out a build-your-own Nigel Farage Lego kit to journalists. The kit includes a MAGA hat and a pint glass, and the tone at the conference seemed to be dominated by anxiety over the polling strength of the Reform Party. They've also been busy trying to reclaim the English flag, with former leader Tim Farron literally wrapping himself in a flag on stage. Leader Sir Ed Davey says the Lib Dems have a moral duty to defeat reform, and he didn't rule out a potential coalition with Labour when quizzed about it on the Today Show.
My job is to beat reform. I've shown you evidence that we've already started that job. I've been deeply disappointed by the Labour government. I think they failed so many people. What I want to do is make sure we have as many Liberal Democrat seats and Liberal Democrat votes at the next election.
Donald Trump's first 8 months in his second term have been truly exhausting, but the most damaging appointment in the Trump era may be Robert F. Kennedy Jr. as the US Secretary of Health. RFK has been on a one-man crusade to undermine vaccines, and his latest announcement on Monday was to declare that they've found a cause for autism, or at least what they say is a link to the medication, acetaminophen, also known as Tylenol. Medical experts, including the British health regulator MHRA, have said there is no evidence to link the use of paracetamol during pregnancy with autism and that it is recommended for pain relief. At a White House press conference, Trump urged pregnant women not to take the drug.
Don't take Tylenol. Don't take it. And don't give it to your child after your child is born.
Still to come on today's Smart 7 in association with Metro, big wins for England at the Ballon d'Or, and Elton John loses a bet. Right after this.
Hey, it's Jamie East here from the Smart 7, and today's episode's brought to you by Pension Bee and their award-winning Pension Confident podcast. Getting your head around pensions might seem overwhelming, but that's where Pension Bee comes in. They're on a mission to build pension confidence. So whether you're just starting on your pension journey, you're nearing retirement, or like me, you're somewhere a little bit in between, then you should have a listen to the Pension Confident podcast. It's an award-winning podcast that digs into topics that really matter with the help of financial experts. So that could be the basics of how pensions, ISAs or mortgages work, and things like how to get started on saving for a happy retirement. And a bit like the Smart 7 does with the news, they break down complex pensions finance into language that we can all understand. You can listen or download the Pension Confident podcast wherever you get your podcast from, or you can watch the episodes on YouTube. And remember, anything discussed on the podcast shouldn't be regarded as financial or legal advice, and when investing, your capital is at risk.
Welcome back.
Monday night saw football's most prestigious honours handed out, the Ballon d'Or trophies. The ceremony took place in Paris, and the awards are highly prized because they are voted on by current and past players and coaches. Ousmane Dembélé from PSG won Male Player of the Year, and PSG's Luis Enrique won the Male Coach Award. There were some big wins for England in the women's game, as Arsenal won Women's Club of the Year, while England's Hannah Hampton won the Goalkeeper Award. Serena Wiegman, winner of Euro 2025 with England, won the first female coach award, and she was ready to party.
I would like to say let's keep moving forward. Let's keep uniting our game, our beautiful game. Let's enjoy our beautiful game. Let's celebrate our successes too. And if Burna Boy's around, maybe do a little bit of dancing too.
Sir Elton John may be 78 years of age and officially retired, but he likes to keep busy. He's still presenting his Apple Music radio show called Rocket Hour, but a recent episode has got him into a bit of hot water. His guest was singer Lola Young, who has had a massive hit with the song Messy, which has been #1 in the UK and in the US airplay charts. But Sir Elton preferred a track from her album called Dealer, so much so that he bet his house that it would get to #1. Unfortunately, it's only at number 27, but he's a man of his word, and so he posted an awkward Insta video in which he handed the 24-year-old the keys to Elton Towers.
I said, Lola, if your single didn't get to #1, I would give you the keys to my house.
Yeah, I know.
And it's not there yet, and it better hurry up. But in the meantime, I'm giving you the keys to the house, but for me to stay the odd night.
No, sorry.
Me and my big mouth.
There's a brand new series of The Traitors on the way, and this one is jam-packed full of celebrities. The cast of Future Faithful and Traitors includes Alan Carr, Charlotte Church, Jonathan Ross, Tom Daly and Stephen Fry. It's got all your classic traitor elements, and host Claudia Winkleman promises there'll be no special treatment. The series kicks off on Wednesday 8th of October on BBC One.
This game doesn't care who you are. In here, your glamorous lives count for nothing. Most of you will be murdered. Sorry about that.
You've been listening to the Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes and we'll give you the world.
From connecting the real world to the digital world, to making them one. Your way to a sustainable digital enterprise. Transform the everyday with Siemens.